Hey man, have a seat. And let's continue where we left off. Two cards. One of the black raven and one of the white raven. A country torn in two. One to the west and one to the east. When those which were split are made whole again, the truth will reveal itself. It's the Atagarsu. The Atagarsu here. You. Of course, Yatagarasu. Okay, you. Okay. This gonna end badly, isn't it? It's so nice, almost dreamlike, to finally have the chance to relax and sip some tea, especially after what a whirlwind the past few days have been. On my return flight, I was dragged into a case involving an Interpol agent's murder. The next day, I investigate a kidnapping and a murder at the Gate Waterland theme park. And later that night, Detective's dead body welcomed me back to my office, along with a thief who was out to pilfer files related to a case from 10 years ago. How did I manage to find myself in the middle of so many cases back to back? Well, at least I have today. All I ask is that I be allowed to spend it quietly. Unlike, this is a new game. Oh no. Mr. Edgeworth! This is big I tell you. Hey, what's wrong with you? I thought we're gonna have a chill Edgeworth simulator, but not right now, I guess. Where's your enthusiasm? And suddenly, the phrase, the fragility of dreams come to mind. What are you talking about? Fragile dreams. Come on, let's go. The fake Yatagarasu isn't going to just find herself, you know. Well, if you must know, it's possible that I was paid to visit a snake by your fake. Say what? Unfortunately for us, the thief managed to escape. But even now, we're still looking for this criminal. However, I must warn you that we've only had a few hours to search so far. So I must insist that you be patient on this one, okay? Oh, what's with you today? Are you sure you aren't sleep talking to me right now? Anyway, I've got something much more important that I want you to see. Oh, and that is? Take a look at this. On March 14, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. That's quite a bold declaration to send an embassy. I suppose it was inevitable that the newspaper would catch wind of this. The date the card mentioned is today. Today, huh? Come on, you've gotta hurry. The embassy waits. I suppose it is quite an urgent matter. However, do you know which country's embassy we should be investigating? Well, it's some really special country, and I'm actually really fuzzy on the details. But never mind that. Where's all your energy? Why are you so like a daisical today? I'm not, okay? You're just too wound up. Well, then you should get too wound up too. Because this just might be our chance to catch that woman. You mean Monsieur? The woman who killed Kay's father, Brian Faraday, 7 years ago. Callisto Yu. She claimed to be the great thief Yatagarasu, and then disappeared from the courtroom. Ah, she made me so mad. The pony. Everyone knows that the real Yatagarasu would never send something like a calling card until a company's underhanded dealings are made public. The target is always totally unaware that the Yatagarasu has paid them a visit. That's what makes the real Yatagarasu so awesome. The Yatagarasu card that's shown in this article, it looked to me as though it could be genuine. See, that's the thing. Whoever it is, that person isn't the real deal, but has knowledge of the Yatagarasu. If this isn't a clue, that woman's involved, then nothing is. That woman involved. Okay. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth. Out the door. You go. Wait, there are a few preparations I must make before we go. There's something interesting about this card we found last night here in my office. It's of a different color than the one in the article, which makes me wonder why. What's up? Any reason why you're boring a hole through the newspaper with your eyes? No reason at all. Very well, seeing as how Miss Yu is also someone of a special nature to me, I agree there is some merit to be found in investigating this. I knew you come around. By the light of this night's glorious moon. We are ready to embark on our night outing. And this is where our tale begins. Short-lived, I guess. Huh, what a coincidence. Who would have thought that a Steel Samurai stage show would ever be held at such elegant theater inside a foreign embassy? Yeah, the climax was really awesome. Steel Samurai, useless. I got chills down my spine when he pulled that move out. I suppose it really is more impactful to watch a show in person than on television. I have to say though, okay, this embassy setup is kinda fun. I have to say though, this embassy is set up kinda fun. I mean, they have two countries sharing the same building. Well, as you said yourself, this place and the countries it houses are very special. Even this theater is special in that it is a neutral zone shared by the two countries. So let me get this straight. The Steel Samurai show just now is being sponsored by one of the two countries. The one that's called the Kingdom of Alabas, right? Yes, it will appear that the Steel Samurai is very popular in that country as well. Seems that way. But you know who I'm really into? The Gemini Ninja. Yeah, I'm in Gemini Ninja team too. The Republic of Babel is sponsoring a Gemini Ninja stage show. That's something for fangirls like me. We've totally gotta see that too, Mr. Edgeworth. The Gemini Ninja show is gonna kick the Steel Samurai show's rear end. You know, ever since I first met this girl, I always had this inkling that what she really wants to be is not a thief but rather a ninja. So anyway, about to this event, what's it called again? The Kingdom of Alabas versus the Republic of Babel Goodwill Jubilee. The small European countries of the Kingdom of Alabas and the Republic of Babel. These two countries used to be a single entity that was abandoned with nature, and it was called the Principality of Cordopia. Is everything alright, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, I'm alright. Moving on. After a period of civil unrest, the country split into, though signs of their past remain. For example, their flags preserve the flower and butterfly motifs to this day. Cordopia, huh? The KG8 incident, and what was referred to as the second KG8 incident, in which an embassy staff member was murdered. Both of these cases were related to the Principality of Cordopia. In the 7 years that have passed, the country may have split into. However, the Yatagarasu still send a calling card here. What could that mean? Mr. Edgeworth, I know you're thinking about something. Oh, excuse me, what we're talking about again? Oh, if you could please stop spacing out on me. Anyway, we were talking about the Alabas versus Babel Goodwill Jubilee. The two countries have had a pretty bad relationship with each other, but supposedly, they've been trying really hard to make up recently. That's why they decided to hold this event. If that's the case, then why the versus? Also, both countries claim to own the real pyramid statue, a national treasure to both. They're planning to have them publicly evaluated today to see which one's the real deal. Okay, need I remind you to take care and not succumb to your thieving this time? Well, when it's come to treasure, I can help myself. You know that. She had a better saying that in jest. Hey, I can read your body language, and you've got it all wrong. Look, I'm here to do some investigating. Investigating, I tell you. I know. And although we don't know if the Yatagarasu will really make an appearance, I suppose we shall still spend some time examining this place. First, oh Lola, if 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 I remember correctly, her name is Lola. Where in tarnation are they? Come on, Big Scoop. Hey, Mister, out of the way. Yeah, I'm talking to you. I seem to remember this woman or somewhere. Yet my instincts are directing me to not to engage in conversation with her. Perhaps it will be best if I leave her alone. I hope she is a witness. I hope. She's entertaining and annoying, but entertaining. Okay, let's talk to this kid. It appears that the child is watching a video from the first season of the Steel Samurai. Go, go, keep on fighting until your last breath. Go, my hero, the Steel Samurai. Completely absorbed in singing the theme song. I see, I'll let the child watch in peace. There's a flat panel, a tape deck, and a row of Steel Samurai videos on this table. I suppose it's so visitor can watch an episode or two at their leisure. Guess it really is just that popular, huh? Yes, although I never thought I will see it reach this level of popularity. I wonder why they decided to call on the Steel Samurai for an event like this. I mean, it's like they intended to cut the two countries apart with the samurai sword instead. Will that go against the whole point of this event? Okay. And we're here reporting live from the Theatrum Neutralis. As you can see, tonight's audience is full of enthusiasm. Let's see what this member of audience has to say. Well, okay, that was good. Let's do one more run through. Excuse me, but when you're ready to film for real, would you mind giving me a call? I sense that she didn't hear a single word I just. Ah, come on, reporter. Do your job correctly. I guess this guy is an actor. I think he is. This is the perfect angle. Go, my image, travel across the world and into every TV set around the globe. A more honest approach to appearing on TV might serve your ambitions better. Oh, I guess not. So this is what the Albus Guard look like. And this is the Goodwill Jubilee Bubble. Goodwill Jubilee, I guess. Okay. Let's talk to them first. You know, I've seen a lot of these shows in a bunch, but today's show, it was like they went for a complete comedy, you know what I mean? Yeah, and the last move, still some sisters. I couldn't help but laugh. I know, right? And that pink princess movement was really stiff. In the middle of the show, I could swear that I heard the hip crack. Oh, I know, the pink princess have bit hip, seriously, just what were they thinking, you know? I suppose there's no graceful way to enter this conversation. Okay, what are you doing there? 10 more minutes. No, in 5 more minutes. But isn't it really bad for me to spend time doing this? It's no use. Would someone please just tell me what I should do? You appear to be troubled by something. May I be any assistant? Leave me alone. I'm trying to figure out just the right time to talk to that girl over there. And if I mess up, it will be because I'm talking to you right now. Somehow I get the feeling he's about to fall flat on his face. Well, let's just do as he wishes and leave him alone. There are pamphlets about the 2 embassies here on this table. It still looks weird to me. The country split into a few years back, and they've shared a building, and it's grown 50-50 ever since. Oh, I guess it's because they don't have the money to build 2 separate ones, huh? I should think that's not the reason why, Kate. I suppose I'll just help myself to one of these. Okay. Huh? What is all the hubbub? Ah! Hey, look! It's the Steel Samurai! And he's got his son, the Iron Infant, with him. Let's talk to the cameraman. Okay, that's good. Alright, now give me a dramatic slam right here. Stop! How do you mind? Get out of the way, buddy. Okay, once more. In 3, 2, 1, action! Okay, that was my fault. Was that my fault just now? Well, he's obviously working. I guess you should leave him alone. Let's talk to the girl first. Is there something I can help you with? I was wondering what is beyond these doors. The Bubblist embassy is just beyond this door. Do you have some business with the embassy? Do you require immediate access? Ah, no, that's quite alright. Are you sure, sir? Anyone and everyone is always welcome in the Republic of Bubble. Well then, since we're here, an embassy isn't some sort of theme park, okay? Gee, you're such a buzzkill. Is there something I can help you with? I was wondering what is beyond this door. It's the Alibastian embassy. Now, unless you have some business with the embassy, I suppose I can't really claim to have any business with the embassy right now. Well, you don't have to be so rude about it, Mr. Gert. Okay, let's see. There's a very festive atmosphere in here. Yep, super festive. I'm really happy for the Kingdom of Alabas and the Republic of Babel. It's great that they have re-established diplomatic relations. The newspaper says that it's almost like they're Cordopia once again. Perhaps we are bearing witness to a historic moment in time. Hey, look! They're selling some commemorative merchandise to celebrate this event. Founders Cordopia Biscuit, and over here, they're selling Royal Cordopia Biscuit. It would seem that they have yet to reconcile their competitive spirits. Where's the biscuit? There's nothing, I guess. So, it's the same conversation. I can show her the pamphlet. The national flag of the Kingdom of Alabas is on display here. The crest on it features a flower. Flowers and butterflies are kind of rare motifs for flags, don't you think? Well, when they used to be Condopia, the government used to take pride in its land. The citizens also love the rich, bountiful nature all around them. Thus, the design. Hey, if the Steel Samurai got popular enough, do you think they put him on their flag? Are you any like mine, Kay? Or maybe the German ninja would make a better candidate. Ah, don't make me laugh. Only the Steel Samurai deserves such an honor. I'm with Kay in here. Wait. Will the Steel Samurai go with butterfly or flower? I like to inspect everything if I can. The national flag of the Republic of Babel is on display here. The crescent features a butterfly. It's really rare to see a national flag featuring an animal on it. Not really. I can list a few for you that do. Okay, then there are any flags with really chic things on them? Chic things? That's pretty fake, okay? Although, by my definition, there aren't really any flags that feature a chic object. Oh, that's too bad, because if there was, I was thinking about stealing. And what exactly would you do with stolen national flag, okay? Okay, let's talk to the Steel Samurai. May I speak with you for a second? It's the Steel Samurai. Staring contest with Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth, what are you glaring at him for? Please, excuse me. It's just that I've never seen a superhero up close before. To Mr. Edgeworth, Steel Samurai. Daddy. Married man of Neo Tokyo. It looks like he's written something down for you. To Edgeworth from Steel Samurai Daddy. Married man of Neo Tokyo. Oh wow, an autograph. Pretty cool, did you get one? Huh, Mr. Edgeworth? Heh. Mr. Steel Samurai, Ambassador Alba is waiting for him. I hope he didn't get killed. Oh, the broken spear. We'll proceed to enter the Kingdom of Alabas to shake the hand of the embassy. The Steel Samurai isn't only here for 2 countries tonight. but rather can be thought as a goodwill ambassador from around country as well. There he goes, off to spread goodwill to the world. Alright. He really does seem like a goodwill ambassador, doesn't he? Okay, we're shooting the next segment now. Cue, camera. In just a few seconds, the Jamie Ninja stage show is set to begin. I hope they didn't kill each other again. I hope they didn't kill each other like in the original trilogy. After the show, the Jamie Ninja will enter the Republic of Bubble. He's set to meet with the ambassador of Bubble at the time. The Jamie Ninja show is about to start. We gotta get back to our seats. Regrettably, I don't have much of an interest in ninjas. Well, this show will change your mind. Come on now, we have to hurry. If you miss even a second of the Jamie Ninja's awesome playing, I'll never forgive you. I suppose you're not about to give me much of a choice here, are you, Kay? I could listen to that ninja mark for Death's Lullaby song all day. His super playing on that sad melody really brought a tear to my eye. And his heart-wrenching voice. Now that's the Jamie Ninja's greatest weapon. Edgeworth is not impressed, I guess. Those pieces of the Jamie Ninja's merchandise over there. I've got to have them. I especially want the hair sticks that they're selling exclusively at these shows. They're exactly like the ones on the heroine, Princess Missoula, wear in her hair. Anyway, hold it right there, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? You're thinking of going home, aren't you? Well, it doesn't seem likely that the Yatagarasu will be making an appearance tonight. Most likely, it was simply a prank. No way, I just know that the Yatagarasu was so. But I thought you said that the Yatagarasu doesn't send a calling cards. Yeah, I did, but I figured from the very beginning that this would wind up being a wild goose chase. But that card she sent was a genuine fake calling card. A genuine fake? Well, how can I work this? The Yatagarasu's mark that's on the calling card is exactly the same as my mark. Get it now? We got a problem. The Yatagarasu has been spotted in Alabas. What? You hear that, Mr. Richard? So you finally decided to show yourself, you phony. Hey, what gives? I'm sorry, but I will need to search you before you may enter. What the? Hey, the steel hammer just holds straight on through with that one. No, if you don't hurry up and let me through, my phone is going to escape. Okay, a country's embassy is considered to be a part of the country itself. If you don't go through the proper procedures to enter the country, Mr. Edgeworth, I'm going to enter through Bubble and climb over the wall into the Alibis.
Hold it!
You will tell persecutors straight out that you intend to illegally enter another... Okay, are you listening to me? Okay, Faraday, and I'm coming through. Yes, and welcome. Someone stop her, anyone! Oh, this is after the burning building or something. Okay, where are you? Don't tell me you really did find some weight over these pants. Fire, this is too big for us to handle. Looks like the Yatagarasu came to Bubble too. Don't tell me, Kay. Kay gonna be the suspect. You, accursed Yatagarasu. Kay, you had better be alright. Wherever you are. Oh my god. Oh, she's pulling a May on us. Oh, and he's dead. The guy in the paper. I told you, it wasn't me.
Hold it!
Okay, are you alright? Alright to you? Now, can you do something about this woman? Mr. Edgeworth, Detective Gumshoe, what is the meaning of this? Well, sir, it's, this. It wasn't me. He was already dead when I ran in here, hot on the heels of the fake Yatagarasu. Look, I only came in here because I saw a suspicious person at the opener stage. A suspicious person? A long black coat and a hood over their head. How dare you tell me that's not suspicious? When I saw that person, I immediately thought that they must be fake Yatagarasu. So I chased after them into the embassy, then into here, and then lost sight of them. But I just know that person is the one who did it. What are you so worked up over? There's no reason for you to be this loud. Correct me if I'm wrong, but you're Agent Lang's secretary. Chihna, I believe your name is, correct? And if you are making an arrest, I assume you have evidence that it was Kay who committed the crime. Is that also correct? You refuse to answer. I don't need to answer. You are merely a prosecutor in this country, meaning you have no investigative authority. Hey pal, just what the heck does what you just said mean? If it happened here, it's under Mr. Edgeworth's jurisdiction, the end. And seeing as how this building is sitting on our soil, we can investigate wherever we like. Unfortunately, detective, embassies are a different matter. Huh? The office is considered to be part of the Republic of Babel, which means that anything happens in here defaults to the control of the Babylese government and Babylese law, giving them exclusive extraterritorial rights. Extraterrestrial rights? Sir, do you really believe that the truth is out there? Basically, our country's law do not apply inside the embassy of another country. That's what was agreed to by our respective governments. Our authority to investigate was effectively nullified the second we entered this place, which means we can do little here in this situation. No way, sir. Please leave this matter in Interpol's hand and go home. Mr. Edgeworth. Hey, you're not Mr. Edgeworth. Please, Lang. In that case, allow me to join your investigation. Oh, no, it's not Lang. Who is he? Miss Von Karma. Ouch! Eek. Ambassador Paleno, I truly appreciate you allowing me to join the investigation. It's really nothing. He's from Baba. Man, he was my secretary, so of course I want to help you as much as I can. In fact, it's a blessing that Interpol agents were able to make it so quickly. Francisca. Well, I never imagined that I meet you here, of all places. This is an embassy, meaning that you have no authority to contact. Already? What is it? Ambassador Paleno. And you are? I'm Miles Edgeworth, public prosecutor. I ask that you please allow me to investigate this case as Miss Von Karma's assistant. Assistant? Miles, what the heck do you think you're? Please, I implore you, Ambassador Paleno. Very well, I'll be counting on the two of you, Miss Von Karma and Mr. Edgeworth. What did you mean by you'll be Miss Von Karma's assistant? I don't exactly have a choice, do I, detective? If I don't become Francisca's assistant, I can participate in this investigation. There you go again, running at the mouth with that aloof expression on your face. Francisca, please. I don't know what you're planning quite yet, but at least I do know one thing, that you are now my subordinate. Just remember that my whip is always ready to wake you, should you have a brain lapse. Of course, I'll keep that in mind. If you are done playing games. Right, let's begin the investigation. By the way, detective, I suppose it's a bit late to be asking, but why are you here? Well, better late than never, I guess, sir. I was placed on guard duty for the Babylon's embassy today. And why are our police guarding an embassy? Well, on account of the guard they got from the Yatagarasu. They called us up and asked for our help, sir. Oh, and because we've been searching for the Yatagarasu this past 7 years. It was a more or less mutually beneficial arrangement if you ask me. Except for how mutually unbeneficial this has all turned out to be, I suppose. It looks like you failed to completely perform your card duty, yet again. Ah! Look forward to the next salary negotiation. Although, it's out of my hands. But sir, if it gets cut anymore, I won't be able to buy even instant noodle anymore. That's a forensic guy. It's usually forensic if they're wearing that uniform. Okay, are you alright? You believe me, don't you, Mr. Edgeworth? You don't think I did it, right? Yes, of course I don't, and I promise to prove that it wasn't you. That's enough chit-chat. You can investigate all you like, but only a matter of time before we take her in. It would be wise of you to give up while you can. No, I don't think so. Kay isn't lying, and my investigation will prove that to be true. Go ahead and try then, if you're that confident. I can't allow this to continue on this way. I must prove her innocent, boss says. Wow. So our victim was the secretary at this embassy, I take it? Many question. I heard that he was an admirable person. Very admirable. The cause of death is a stab of the base of his neck. He was lax in watching his back. We were unfortunate there the fire missed our victim's body for the most part. If the fire had burned a bit longer, it would have made identifying him a hassle. So Mr. Kochan was stabbed to death in the middle of a raging fire. What in the world happened inside this room? Can I go back? I want to show her something. Malsecho, what is it? Let me tell you something. You are currently my subordinate. And if you wish to convince everyone else of that, will speak to me with respect. What's with the giggling in her eyes? I don't think that will really be necessary, Francisca. Oh, really? Well, it doesn't matter. It doesn't change the fact that you are still under me. I thought Francisca was flying around the world in pursuit of the smuggling case. So then why is she here at this embassy? Oh, that's part of investigation too. And this is part of the investigation. What about your prosecutor badge? I have one too, you know. Ah, yes, so you do. But seeing as I'm not currently a proper prosecutor, I thought I'd give presenting it a try. Is that any way for you to act towards your superior? As if threatening a whip is the proper way of lecturing someone. What about I present you this? Miss Von Karma, what do you think of this? Well, since you... What if I show Gumshoe this? What do you notice about... no. Hey, it's your prosecutor's badge. This thing really is important, Rex, so what would happen if you lost it, sir? Why are you asking me such an ominous question? Well, because I've lost my police badge before, sir. I just want to tell you to be careful, sir. Because writing the explanation section on the requisition forms is really annoying. I believe someone needs to listen to his own advice a bit more often. Alright, I'm gonna talk to her first. I was investigating at the Alabastian embassy when I got wind of this mess. Ah, that's right. The Yatagarasu was due to a part at the embassy as well. Yes, but the difference is what we didn't have a fire there. Although there was an incident at the Alabastian embassy as well. But I left Agent Lang in charge of that case and came over to the Babylon's embassy. Ah, so Agent Lang is here as well, huh? I see you've met. Well, he's in the Alabastian embassy, acting as bodyguard for Ambassador Alba. However, he seems to have a different reason for being there. So the suspect in the murder that occurred in this office is that little girl I see. Is she perhaps trying to be the Yatagarasu? Kay will never harm souls, sir. Kay. You remember, do you not, about the case we investigated together 7 years ago? That girl is the daughter of the victim in that case, Mr. Faraday. So she's that feisty little girl. Kay has been on the trial of the Yatagarasu, which is how she ended up here, looking for the one who took her father's life. I see. Kay's trying so hard, but you know what? The Yatagarasu just keeps on tricking us all. How so? The Yatagarasu sent a card saying I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. But all we had is an arson and a murder. The lab boys are going in circles. You know what this is, sirs? It's a breach of contract and it's going on the rap sheet. If you ask me, I'm perfectly fine with the fact that nothing was stolen tonight. I do wonder though, if Callista Yu really is the Yatagarasu. Alright. If I talk to Gamshu, it's nothing, I guess. Let's talk to this guy. I can't believe that many fell among thieves tonight. This guy looks really suspicious. Without him, I have no idea that what my schedule for tonight is. Ambassador Paleno, I believe your schedule tonight will consist of listening to reports from the police, that and only that. I ask you to cooperate, not only for your own sake, but for Mr. Cochin's as well. You're a rather strong man, aren't you? How fascinating. Here, I know it isn't much, but I'd like you to have this. Sorry, but it will be against my principle to accept a bribe. Oh no. These are simply coupons we distribute to promote Bubble. Remember, we offer a large number of discounts and offers when you visit a Loveless Bubble. Now I remember, the Republic of Bubble is known for its feverish tourism industry. Okay, this is my way to say hi. Oh, is that a prosecutor's badge? It has a very cool design. Aha, I know. We shall start selling items like this as souvenirs in Bubble. The tourists will absolutely go nuts over them. Custom gun very proud symbol of my profession to achieve souvenir. Let's talk about this. Oh, isn't that about our great embassy? How do you like our pamphlets? I feel indifferent about them, to be honest. I'm just using this as evidence. Oh, that's too bad. In that case, I guess we'll just have to try harder to make ones. I just had a we should make all of our pamphlets into coupons books. The presentation of what a coupon can do is hyper-inflated. What about Ambassador of Oz? No. Oh. Nothing. Nobody have got to say about my autograph. I'm proud of this. I was wondering if you might tell me about the deceased Menikochen. He was my secretary and the embassy secretariat charged with running the whole palace. He was an admirable man. His death is a great loss to our country. He was in charge of everything, accounting, printing, taking care of the national treasures. I'm sorry, but did you say printing? Our country's primary source of revenue is our tourism industry. So in order for us to print the necessary pamphlets, flyers, etc., we have a printing press here at our embassy. I see. Please excuse my forwardness, however. I feel I should mention that I have the distinct impression that I've met him before. Oh, yes. Since you are of the legal professions, I suppose you just might have. After all, Manny was involved in the KGX incident. The KGX incident? The defendant who was found innocent in that case was Manny. So your Mr. Cochin is the same man as the one in that case. It's been 10 years. Manny recovered personally from that case and of enthusiastic to his job. He was the one who planned this event and was to oversee this embassy's renovations. It really is a shame he had such a bright future ahead of him. What exactly did you mean earlier by renovations? What exactly did you mean earlier by renovations? We can't have tourists and visitors to our embassy think we're a poor nation, can we? So renovating the embassy is something of an investment. We may have rather paltry budget, but we're trying our best to make do. However, I guess the only person who could have helped us do our best is no longer with us. Okay, I guess. Let's investigate this. Because this is a national treasure, can I ask you that you please not touch it? I'm afraid the only ones allowed to touch it are myself and the secretary.
Hold it!
But there's a possibility that it's related to the murder, won't you agree? Hey, Mr. Edgeworth, why don't we give up on now? We can force them to let us investigate later when we find some solid proof. I suppose I don't have a choice here. This must be one of the paramedics that this Kay was talking about earlier. Is it just me or does this man look just like the Steel Samurai? They could have been twins. Let's see what logic we have. I guess not yet. Look and cranny. The Yatagarasu's case. There appears to be something in his pocket. This key, it can't be. Isn't this the Yatagarasu's key that was stolen 7 years ago? What? But that's... 7 years ago? Oh! You mean that case where I was framed, sir? Yes, it's a piece of evidence that stole the life of Kay's father 7 years ago, which was then stolen by Calesta Yu. What? Mr. Faraday was killed with this key, sir? I thought he was killed with Scurvy, at the very least, try to remember the details of crimes you were suspecting. Francisca, as you will recall, Detective Gumshoe was not present when Miss Yu made her escape. Plus, even among law enforcement, only a few knew of this key's existence. I doubt that the new rookie at the time would have been made privy to such knowledge. I feel like a victim right now. I'll trample down, sir. I suppose I'll just have to fill you in now. The secret to this key is... it's a butterfly knife. Butterfly knife, get it? I have one. Wait a minute. Yeah, it's like this. You open this, and here comes a knife. It's called a butterfly knife. It's really... Now I get the pun. Alright, let's continue. I knew it. This is the same exact piece of evidence that Monsieur took with her. I remember this beautiful pattern in the blade. I remember this as well. It's a fine motif, isn't it? Yes, it looks like the interwoven vines, crisscrossing down the blade. Fine, sirs. I think it looks like a bunch of stars, if you ask me. It's one of those six-sided stars, just like the police make on our IDs. I really don't think you can call these stars. To say that Detective's art sense is underdeveloped would be an understatement. The real question is, why was the Babylon's embassy's secretariat holding this? While we don't know how Mr. Kochen can possess this key, we do know that this was stolen by the Yatagarasu from the Cordopian embassy. That's right, Mr. Faraday had written that fact down in his organizer. I believe this means that further research is required into the country of Cordopia. Why don't you ask Ambassador Palena about what he knows? Supposedly, he was a candidate to be the next Cordopian ambassador once long ago. He should be able to answer any specific questions you may have. Okay, let's ask him later, but I guess this is the murder weapon. Is this knife the murder weapon? Some preliminary testing has been conducted. According to the result, the blood on that matches the victim's blood. The blood shape was also found to be consistent with the step 1. I suppose this means that we know now that the crime was committed with this knife. This knife's got some really fancy ornamentation going on, huh, sir? This thing practically screams artsy at me too. Although it's also covered in blood, just like the last thing that I said was artsy. But the handle is pristine. There's not a single drop of blood on it. Speaking of the handle, I believe this has a butterfly motif. It's very beautiful. The step one? It's a knife one. It's obvious what he was killed with, but I wonder if it's consistent with the one. Indeed. Manny Cochin. I've seen him before. He was the suspect in the KGF incident, and I saw him talking with the elder sister of the victim of that case, Miss Celeste Yu. I wonder if there is a connection between his murder and the KGF incident. There's nothing we can. Yeah, nothing. Okay, let's talk to Palino. Ambassador Palino. Ambassador. Oh dear. If people were to find out that the murder occurred at our embassy, the number of tourists will plummet as well as our revenues. It'd be disaster. What are we going to do? He really does seem worried. Perhaps I should refrain from bringing this up. Okay, let's talk about the thing you want to talk. Oh, sorry, wrong button. Hold up. Ambassador Palino, I was wondering if I must ask you about Cordopia. Cordopia? Alright, what would you like to talk about? First, I'd like to ask you about this key. What about this key? I found it sticking out Mr. Cochin's pocket. I believe it originally belonged to this embassy, is that correct? Upon closer inspection, it seems that this key is shaped like a butterfly. That's not all about this key, it's also capable of changing into a knife. Oh! How fascinating! Is it possible that the ambassador didn't know about the existence of this key? In its knife form, there is a flower mark at the base of the blade. I guess this knife might be from when we used to be a part of Cordopia. And how did you come to that conclusion? It has both of Cordopia's national symbol, the butterfly and the flower. I suppose many used this key here at the embassy back when we were still Cordopia. Ambassador Palino, this key was stolen from the Cordopian embassy 7 years ago by Calista Yu, otherwise known as the Great Thief Yatagaras. Oh, really? You are not aware that Miss Yu had broken into this embassy at that time? I'm sorry, I can't be much of help. I'm not very familiar with the details, you see. I only became the ambassador after Babel became its own independent nation. But if Manny was still alive, he will probably know about what happened back then. Mr. Cochin and Miss Yu each other than 7 years ago. But if that doesn't explain why I found the Yatagara's key here in the present. A small personal safe. This was Mr. Cochin's office, so perhaps he stored his most important documents here. Of course it's locked. It appears we won't be able to open it without key. I see. We know for a fact that the Yatagara's key was used at the embassy. Furthermore, we found it in the victim's Mr. Cochin's pocket, which leads me to think that perhaps it is the key to their personal safe in this office. Good thinking, sir. Let's go, try it out. It appears I was correct. The key that was left to us in the victim's pocket. It later turned out to be the key of the next piece of the truth. What do we have here? Hey, there's nothing inside. Do you think the Tagaras is made of with everything, sir? No, detective. I believe all we need is a closer look. Till nook and cranny. What is this here? This looks like the ripped corner of a piece of paper, sir. No, I don't think it's ripped. It seems more to me it's stuck in the safe. Hey, you're right. It won't budge an inch, not even when I tug on it. But I don't think I've ever seen a paper stuck on the inside of a safe before. Detective, I think you have it backwards. It's not the paper that's strange. It's the safe. What do you mean? What I mean is that the secret to the safe is that if you guys don't mind, I want to fool around a little bit. There's nothing in the safe. Well, yeah, there's nothing in the safe, but what's that got to do with anything? Why is the safe here in the first place? To keep really important things safe, sir? Yes, precisely. However, there's nothing inside this safe, which points us to a closer contradiction of facts. But remember when we checked out your safe that time and you answered, right now, nothing. When I asked you what was inside, wouldn't that count as contradiction too then? I suppose there are times when there just isn't anything that needs to be safeguarded. Alright, time to recollect my thoughts. Fooling around. It's just as it appears to be. There's a crack in the safe, where the large piece of paper is protruding. Yeah, that's exactly what it looks like, alright. We already know, so there's no reason for you to say the obvious so confidently, Miles. Hey, I feel like I'm a step closer to understanding what it's like to be Mr. Edgeworth. It appears the only thing I managed to do here is to waste time. That wasn't what I meant to say. The paper is sticking out, and that itself is an important fact, so what I mean is the secret to the safe is that even just eyeballing it, you can see that the inside is a bit too shallow. Furthermore, with the unnatural way the paper is stuck at the back of the safe, I say that there is an extra bit of space behind the back of the wall of this safe. In other words, this safe has a second compartment. What? I suppose that you are correct in asserting that the paper is stuck in a natural manner. However, if what you say is correct and there is a second compartment, how do we go about opening the door to it then? As you can see, there is no lock or keyhole in the side. Actually, there is one more spot of interest to me on this safe. Oh? Yes, and I believe that spot is the keyhole to our mysterious second lock. The safe and its locks. Alright then, since you are so sure of yourself, show me how you deduce your answer. Hey, there's a hole here, sir. It's a little too oddly shaped for a ledge hole. Wow, that's funny shape for a ledge hole, huh? It's a shape kinda like a star, don't you think, sir? Detective, I'll totally call that shape star. There must be some reason for this hole. Well, there's gotta be some reason why this hole is shaped so weirdly, you know? Am I overthinking this? No, I don't think so. Maybe I'm overthinking these things. Nah, there's no way I could ever do that. Haha. Detective Gumshoe, could you please be quiet for a second? You're frightening me.
Eureka!
Doesn't the shape of this keyhole remind you of something, Francisca? The shape, it does look very familiar. However, I believe it's simply a latch hole for the safe lock mechanism. It's just for keeping the door shut. Is that so? The person who used this safe, Mr. Cochin, made sure this safe had two compartments in order to hide something. Do you honestly think someone like that would allow the keyhole to hidden half to look so obviously like a keyhole that even the average person could figure it out? You can't be serious. Are you saying that this hole is the keyhole to the hidden compartment of this safe? That's precisely what I'm saying. And I will prove it to you right now that the Yatagara's key is the key that will open it. The Yatagara's key? My sister, this had better be a very bad joke. Sorry, but this is no joke. The Yatagara's key is the very key that will open the second compartment of this safe. We know that this key opens the first compartment of the safe, but the keyhole you're talking about is of an entirely different shape than that of the key. Let's go over this again, shall we? The Yatagara's key was originally made to open Mr. Kochen's safe in the Cordopian embassy. We confirmed that aspect by opening the door to this safe with it. Now let's take a look at the back end of the key. Looking at the knife portion head on, what do you see? What are you talking? Ah! It appears that you've come to understand what I'm talking about. When viewed head on, the knife's blade is the exact same shape as the keyhole. The real function of the knife portion is to act as the key to the hidden portion of the safe. But that's preposterous, because it looked like a knife and was used like one to kill Mr. Faraday 7 years ago. We fell under the misconception that it was always meant to be a knife, but for about the safe and its key to conceal such clever tricks. Whatever is hidden inside the secret section must be of incredible importance. Then it's even possible that what I've been searching for is inside. Scurvy, hurry up and open that safe. Yes, sir. Open it now, sir. These items there. It's a bunch of funny shaped things. I guess there are pieces of you're in the way. Now move, Scurvy. I didn't think I was in the way. These pieces are they're identical to ones that have been stolen from various countries around the world. I figured as much. These are the treasure of this section of the safe was too high from the view. I believe a more thorough examination is required. Alright, the paper first. This is the document that we thought was stuck earlier. I wonder what it's about. Fits me, sir. Why don't we take a look at this first before we give up, Detective? Mr. Kochen's name is written here on the last page. I wonder what the significance of this document is. These are pieces of stolen notes from around the world. I wonder how much they're worth, especially this one. Eek! Scrappy, don't touch those valuable pieces apart with your filthy hands. Why, do you have any idea what would happen to you if one of them were to break? Is it just me or did she hit one of the pieces apart just now? This is not the careful one. Okay, I guess. It appears that we found the key that the Yatagarasu Monsieur stole 7 years ago. Since it was originally from this embassy, maybe she came back to return it? I don't think she's the type to be so kind as to do such a thing, Detective. Okay then, what do you think, sir? Callisto, you, for what reason did she steal the key? Maybe for the Kochen guy. Is there anything we need to search here? To build this sort of trick into the one safe is really something. Yeah, it's neat how this safe has 2 compartments, but what's really impressive is that the other end of the key was another key. I totally hadn't noticed. Wonder if Mr. Kochen was just paranoid, or if he had secrets of the great value. Speaking of paranoid, I once sharpened both ends of my pencil, but then, when I went to erase something, I got all paranoid that I was gonna stab myself. Please refrain from dispensing special brand of unrelated story while on duty. Yes, sir. Okay, this document. Guess there's nothing anymore. Yeah, I've checked everything. The ceiling fan must have fallen from the ceiling. A ceiling fan? What does one of those do? Exactly what it sounds like it does. It's a fan that is installed on the ceiling. Well, if I had one of those in my room, I bet I go dizzy from staring at it as I sleep. Detective Gumshoe, in the real world, we close our eyes when we sleep. Okay. Hey, it's another butterfly. I believe it is the symbol of the Republic of Babel. Drawing this peak on the wall of an embassy is definitely conveys a sense of overwhelming patriotism. Well, I've got a lot of patriotism too, sir. The reason I became a cop in the first place was because I wanted to protect our country. You may want to, detective, however I have yet to see the fruits of your desire. You don't have to be so blunt about it, sir. Well, he helped us in the original trilogy, I suppose. Mr. Edgeworth, there's still something on this display rack, sir. Knives, huh? I'll try to blast all that remain of them, unfortunately. I guess the handles all got burned by the fire. So even the knives fell victim to the fire. It looks like just this one. So this is what took Mr. Patchen's life. Some of this blood is still on display. Oh, I've been detective for 7 years already? I've seen a lot of weapons in my days, but knives that were used to kill are always the hardest for me to bear. Yes, unlike guns, this one's weapon, where you're likely to find the victim's blood on it. Yeah, just like how this one is practically drenched in it, huh, sir? Despite that, it looked like the blood managed to miss the handle somehow. There is a lot of skilled detailing on this handle. I believe this is a butterfly. This one's amazing ornamental knife. I'm really glad this beautiful butterfly wasn't ruined by blood. There's not even a drop of blood on it. It really is quite exquisite. So much that you can understand its beauty, detective. Hey, why do you always have to look down on my taste, sir? I know what I like. This is really well crafted. Why do you look down on his taste? Because, my dear detective, I'm afraid your tastes are usually quite questionable. This knife. It appears that the handle is removable. I guess people can change them whenever they like it. Sounds like fun, sir. I don't think people would remove the handle just for fun, detective. Yeah, I guess someone stabbed him first and put the handle in? That's weird. Yeah, I guess nothing we can find, but it's look the same. Ambassador Plano, are these knives yours? Why, yes, they are. They are a special set of ornamental knives featuring the national symbol of Babel. These butterfly theme knives, along with the Alibas' own set of knives, are composed of 3 knives each. But I can't believe the Babel's ones have been reduced to this state. Ornamental knives, huh? There's a small release on the tank. Display. Ambassador Plano, what is this notch here for? Oh, that. It's a feature of this knife where you can freely exchange your handle on them, so that you can change how they look to fit the situation, of course. I see, so these knives were constructed so that the handles will be easily removed. Wow, there's America in there. These shelves are lined with American souvenirs and memorabilia. It's really strange, isn't it? I mean, I thought this was the Babel's embassy. So, why there are so many American souvenirs, sir? Perhaps the Babel's are studying American culture and our tourism industry? If they have plans to make the Babel's tourism industry truly flourish, then they will need to observe and study other countries' methods, I suppose. Speaking of tourism, I got this from the blonde guy earlier, sir. He said that if I bring this with me to Babel, I can trade them in for a few buffet. So how do you expect to travel to Babel? Well, the whole route is connected by the ocean, sir. And for an all-you-can-eat buffet, I'd swim all the way to Bubble if I had to. Can a few simple coupons really motivate people to do such fantastic things? I guess we have to use logic on this one. Steal your dirtiest secret. Possible dirty secret yet the characters have to steal in this is in this background. Dirty secret. Francisca, you're in pursuit of some dirty, underhanded dealings yourself, are you not? Something tells me that this is no coincidence. In that case, then the person I'm looking for is the Bubble's embassy, huh? The head of the smuggling operation. I think I just might need to ask Francisca about her smuggling case in more depth. Let's see here. The design on the knife's handle. It greatly resembles the special bubbly species of butterfly. It does, doesn't it? Plus, it says right here, this knife is property of the Republic of Bubble. Perhaps this means that the knife used in the crime was found right in this room. Francisca, when we last talked, you said that you are on the trial of smuggling. I suppose the reason you're here right now is related to that. Yes. After analyzing the intel gathered from various countries, this embassy rose to the top of our list of sites to investigate, and this is what tipped us off. This accounting document is only one page of the whole thing, so we're not sure about all the details. However, it's enough for us to grab onto the tail of the beast. For you see, this type of paper was made only in the Principality of Cordopia, which means that somewhere in the contours of Alabas and Bubble is the head, the one pulling the string behind the entire smuggling trade. That's Francisca for you. She's amazing, pursuing this case with all she has. We were able to finally obtain this proof of the smuggling operation through Interpol, so remember to take extra care when handling my subordinate. She's enjoying the power trip of calling me her subordinate just that too much. Okay, let's talk to the... Let's present him. I guess he doesn't want to be presented with a knife, but what about this? This statue resembles that hero, the Steel Samurai, don't you think? I was thinking, what would you say to changing its name to Steel Samurai statue? It just might attract a few more tourists to our country if I did, right? I'm not sure what to think. I thought that thing was a national treasure. Okay, I guess so we can't touch it yet because of that. Okay, let's... Sorry, but Interpol is still conducting its investigation beyond this point. I'm a subordinate of Miss Von Karma. Is there some reason why I'm being denied access? My superior clearly stated, don't you dare let anyone near the site, you got it? If I let you examine the site, my superior will get really angry at me. You know, Mr. Edgeworth, I feel really bad for the guys, so why don't we do as he says? Yes, I suppose we might as well. That's some fireplace. You know, it really gives this place a mansion-like quality, don't you think? Ooh, I got these are the staple in every Bubbly's house. And I bet Santa Claus pays them a visit too. This whole Jurgen detective. Okay. Where do we search now? Oh, the clock, I guess. So this was once magnificent grandfather clock. It has fallen. Hey, Mr. Ashford, is it okay for me to talk about the clocks in my house, sir? Apparently related to the case, I hope that you will refrain from sharing both. Well, there's this one clock that I made by myself with the timer on it early. That's quite enough, detective. Okay. Maybe I shall show you some evidence. What about this? Would you mind not pointing that in my direction? It's dangerous. And anyway, why are you showing it to me? I have no particular reason. If you have no reason, don't you bring that dangerous object near me. Do you understand? Is she really oblivious to the irony of that statement? She let loose that dangerous people first for no reason at all the time. Smuggling. There's 3 pages, I suppose. And the investigation is not complete yet. So what should I do? And there's no logic right now. I've completed them all. Should I talk to Gumshoe? While you were on the guard duty, did you notice anything unusual? Well, I was on watch inside the embassy, but unfortunately, I didn't run into the other guards, sir. But I did talk to an officer who was on duty near the border between the 2 embassies, who told me that not a single person crossed the boundary during the incident. I see. The investigation into the fire and the other guards are a mess, thanks to the both attempts. I'm so confused, sir. Shall I be putting the fire out or investigating? What do you think, sir? Aren't you old enough to solve your own problems yet, detective? I'd like to an update on how the investigation is going. Oh yeah, well, it's going, sir. In other words, no one has any idea of what happened, correct? To put it simply, yeah, you got it, sir. But we do know that something happened in this room, sir. Any moron with a pair of eyes can see what happened, detective. Oh. Well, anyway, let's investigate every single nook and cranny in this room, sir. We have to get serious, or Kay will end up getting arrested as the killer. Yes, I'm already aware of that. Ooh. In order to find what really happened here in this room, we'll need to gather what information we can. It's time to take a good look. I can believe there's secret door inside the safe. Yes, the stuff inside must be really important. Yes, they appear to be quite important. That little figures and stuff, I wonder how much those are worth. Knowing that they are stolen merchandise, I would say they are probably priceless. Their value is probably worth more than what you could ever hope in making in your lifetime. What? You're kidding, right, sir? I mean, they're so small. Well, we're talking about purchasing with your salary, detective, so... Okay then, I guess those pieces of paper must be pretty valuable too, right? Yes, I assume so. Even if they are not basically worth much, great care was taken to hide them, which means they must be very important documents to someone. I wonder if the papers are safe might be related to the other documents. Oh. And with this, I guess the investigation is complete. Take a good look at these documents, Francisca. It says that there are 3 pages in total, and yet there are only 2 here. Correct. Now take a look at the smuggling activity document in your possession. Tell me, is it not possible that your page was taken from this set of 3? Well, it certainly looked that way. By putting our multi-part puzzle together, we seem to have arrived at an answer. And it seems that you have now found what you are looking for. And with this, it has become crystal clear that Mr. Cochin himself was responsible for the mass smuggling of Bubbles ink. Bubbles ink? Bubbles ink is a special product of the Republic of Bubble. However, due to special reason, only a limited volume is ever exported. And that reason is, it's classified. It's on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know. In any case, it seems that the head of the smuggling ring was our victim, Mr. Menikochin. His base was in an embassy, thus it was hard for both our country and his to interfere, making it the ideal condition under which to run a smuggling operation. But it's so frustrating. I lost the person I was to rain judgment down upon with my whip of justice. Well, even if he's dead, we still have responsibility to look into his misdeeds. You expect me to whip a dead man? Well, I'm not interested. Francisca, you must know that Menikochen was the suspect in the KGF incident. Of course I know. On top of being the head of the smuggling ring, there's the matter of what really happened in that case that needs to be resolved. I predicted it. Are you done investigating? You realize now, don't you, that this girl is the only one it could be? Now come along quietly, Yatagarasu. Kay Faraday, you're under arrest for the murder of Menikoch. Hold it. Mr. Edgeworth, please, you have to believe me. I didn't do it. I chased the fake Yatagarasu in here. And he was already. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you. Hold it. I like to help you reduce the number of mistaken arrests Interpol makes. What is that supposed to mean? I believe I told you that Kay Faraday is not the culprit of this crime. Very well, I suppose I have no choice. I'll show you just how foolish your claims are. Even your police confirmed that the Yatagarasu infiltrated the Bubble's embassy tonight, utilizing the confusion caused by the fire. The Yatagarasu snuck into this embassy. Furthermore, this girl claims to be the Yatagarasu. She's doing a May on us. And most importantly, other than her, there was no one else in here with the body. So, yeah, like, I'm not complaining if she's doing a May on us because I like May too. Your reason for suspecting Kay is because you think she is the Yatagarasu? Exactly, but it isn't just me, she called herself the Yatagarasu. Look, how many times do I have to tell you? I was only out to capture the fake Yatagarasu. Imposter or not, it matters not. A Yatagarasu is a Yatagarasu. Very well, then I shall prove that Kay is not the Yatagarasu who killed Mr. Menikochen. Go ahead and try. Show me what the prosecutor of this country are made of. First, I need to press that statement.
Hold it!
Just because she called herself that doesn't prove that she is a killer. No, but it does give her a motive. The Yatagarasu sent a card saying, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. Furthermore, there are documents pertaining to some smuggling activity in this room. So she obviously wanted to steal them. So she killed Mr. Kochen for the key. I see. Her logic is very sound. I expected nothing less of Edgeworth's secretary. However, that statement just now didn't sound right. It might be the opening one. Wow. I get it in my first try, even though I just want to play along.
Objection!
Agent Shihna, I regret to inform you, but there is a flaw in your logic. Oh? Even if you claim that she is the killer and the Yatagarasu, I'm certain that securing the smuggling document is not the motive behind the murder. The key to the safe in this room was found on Mr. Kochen's body. Furthermore, the Yatagarasu will not be so stupid as to leave without the documents. By the simple fact that the documents were still in the safe when we looked, it's obviously that the killer's target was not the safe at all. Then perhaps she didn't know that Mr. Kochen had the key on. If that's the case, then why would she have needed to kill him? Because I can think of no reason for her to kill him if she had not known that fact. Need reason? All of this is simply or conjecturing after the fact. It's entirely possible that she accidentally killed him when she was sneaking in. Perhaps she didn't notice the safe second compartment before returning the key. But the fact still remains that Mr. Kochen was stabbed to death. But you have no definitive proof that it was Kay who committed that. Actually, I do. I saw her holding the knife she used on the victim with my own eyes. You're pulling a May on us, okay? What? Allow me to tell you a bit more about the evidence that will put her away behind bars. This is like a Dubus Cubus kit about Ace Attorney. The knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade on the knife. The knife with the butterfly handle is the murder weapon which the killer was holding. I assume she obtained the knife from the display rack and used it on the victim. The knife is part of a special 3-piece set which has design like no other. The evidence and testimony it all points to the girl. There is no counter-argument. That is your definitive evidence? You see now that she is definitely the killer, right? No, Mr. Richard, you've gotta believe me. I saw a suspicious person in a long black coat outside the embassy, I swear. And you came in here because you were chasing this suspicious person? That's right, I ran into this office only because I was chasing after that person. But when I entered the room, it was pitch black. I couldn't see a thing. I felt something on the ground next to my foot, so I turned on the lights, but then... Ah! Who's there? This is... She wasn't holding a knife. I came to this room upon hearing the girl scream, and I saw her holding the knife. She's holding it? How? So the object key filled by her feet on the floor was the murder. Oh, that's how. I had the knife analyzed right away, but we failed to find anyone's print on it. The suspicious person in the black coat who came to this room before me. You continue to insist that there was such a person, but if there was, where did they go? That... I don't know. But I know they came in here. That sounds like the disparate excuse of the suspect killer, not a trustworthy testimony. You understand, don't you? We can trust this girl's word, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah, she has a point. Even if Kay's words are the truth, I must show that they are with some solid evidence. Mr. Edgeworth, I really didn't. Kay, don't worry. If you didn't do it, then there must exist a way for me to prove that. Still not giving up, I see. In that case, try to counter my argument if you can. Don't worry, I can and I will. The knife wound on the body is consistent with the blade on the knife.
Hold it!
I guess that's what they say on the forensics report. Does this mean that you already have the results back? We have confirmed that the shape of the published knife matched the wound. Please don't confuse the efficiency of Interpol's forensics teams with your own. I won't if you don't underestimate our police force. And so we're clear, I hardly say your logic is sound, which you will see in a bit. If you can't prove me wrong, please by all means, go ahead. That has been my intention all along. Now, let's return to your testimony. The killer was holding. You mean to say that you saw Kay holding the murder weapon with your own eyes? I was also on the search for the Yatagarsu. When I heard the girl scream coming from this room, I rushed over straight away. When I arrived, I saw that girl standing there motionless, with that knife in her hands. But I already told you I only came in here because I was also after the Yatagarsu. The suspicious person I saw came into this room. But when I entered, it was pitch dark. I felt something by my foot on the floor, so I turned on the lights, and then... You found out that it was the murder weapon at your feet. How many times do I have to tell you? We can trust the words of the suspects. The only thing you'll accept is evidence, is it? That's the only acceptable way to counter an agent of Interpol on the scene of a crime. Mr. Richard, do you have some kind of evidence that can prove me innocent? I think I do, because there is one piece of evidence I find a bit interesting. Butterfly knife. Okay, so that's it. Alright. Can I present this next?
Objection!
Ah, yes. So the murder weapon was the knife with the butterfly design. But is that really the truth? What are you getting at? I'd like for you to take a look at this. There is blood on the blade, and yet there's not a speck of blood on the handle. This signifies that at the time of the crime, a different handle was attached to this blade. The knife that Kay was holding had its handle switched and was in fact not the real murder weapon. It wasn't the real murder weapon? Her face is so weird, don't you think? The knife can be taken apart. Shall we give it a go? As you can see, the bubbleless knife has now been disassembled into two parts. The killer must have pulled the murder weapon out of the victim's body and proceed to swap the knife's original handle with this butterfly one. It was all to create the illusion that Mr. Cochin was killed with the butterfly team knife. This should clear up any and all suspicions surrounding Kay. Jotted down my organism. Your argument isn't all airtight yet. How so? It's possible that the girl herself is the one who switched the handles.
Hold it!
Don't be ridiculous. For what purpose would she do such a thing? I don't care to know how criminal things. The way they view the world is beyond the comprehension of a normal person like myself. Therefore, I wouldn't put anything past them, no matter how odd it may seem. Ha! The truth is right there in front of you, and this knife will show you the way. You will come to see that Kay is not and could not have been Mr. Cochin's killer. Okay, let's zoom in. What is this mark on it? It's the mark of a flower. I assume you know what this means. No, not really. Butterflies rest on flowers all the time to drink their sweet nectar. And so they do. However, will this butterfly really drink the nectar of this flower? The answer is clearly not a chance. Now to prove the relationship between the butterfly and the flower with this. A knife handle with butterfly on it. I wonder where the blade that should be attached to is. Wow. Between the butterfly and the flower with this. There's quite a bit of Mr. Cochin blood on his blood. Thanks to being prosecutor, I guess I've become accustomed to seeing blood. It's an engraving of the national symbol of the Kingdom of Alabas, which is a flower. Though hidden by the handle, it shows that the knife was conceived in patriotism.
Take that!
You can't be serious. It appears that you've made the connection. The flower on this blade is designed after a certain country's national symbol. That's right, the Kingdom of Alabas. In other words, this blade is from one of Alabas' ornamental knives. This part of the knife handle has Babel's national symbol of the butterfly on it. Therefore, it is undeniably Babel's in origin. But as we both know, you can kill someone with just a knife handle. Incidentally, when exactly did the murder occur again, Agent Sina? After the fire had broken out? That's right, Kay entered the Babel's embassy after the fire had taken place. Furthermore, she had not been to the Alabastian side of the building before then. On top of that, not a single person passed between the two counters during the fire. which means that Kay could not have transported an Alabastian object over here. This makes it impossible for her to be the true killer. Whoa, way to go, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. What a great victory. Huh? Hey, why is everyone so quiet? I'm happy we got this far and cleared Kay's name. But what worries me now is that what will happen next? What is the meaning of this? An Alabastian knife here? Do you mean, how did this find its way to the Republic of Babel? It didn't just find its way over. Rather, we should focus on how it was smuggled over. You know what? My brain hurts thinking about it while we're just standing around. Thinking while you're on the run? No, that's the way a real great thief operates. Okay? Oh, thanks a bunch, Mr. Richard, for proving me innocent, I did. You believe in me the whole time, right? Tell me you did. Not really, but... Haha, come on, you don't have to be shy about it. Your argument is still not airtight. No, please. Would you care to elaborate? I understand now that the girl didn't commit the murder. However, there is still a possibility that she is the Yatagaras. That again, look, how many times do I have to explain it to you? I am the real Yatagaras. I'm not like the fake one that goes around setting fires, okay? Whether you're the real deal or a fake, it doesn't really matter. All I have to say is this. I have my suspicions that this girl is the one who started the fire. Preposterous! On what grounds do you suspect her of such a thing? The fact that she called herself the Yatagaras that in itself is the most elegant proof. Mr. Mishina, yes? I have no intention of taking back any of what I've said. I am the great thief Yatagaras, and I refuse to allow some impostor to claim that name as their own. The path of justice that my father pointed me towards, I'll walk it the best I can. It's not good to be so stubborn. I hope you can understand that. Thanks a lot for the concern, Miss Sheena. Let me share something with you too, as a token of my appreciation. Those sunglasses totally do nothing for you, so I'll steal them from you next time, okay? Well, I guess we better get going. Going? To where? To the Kingdom of Halibas. If we don't go, we won't know for sure, right? I suppose not. You won't get anywhere simply by standing here thinking to see where the Alabastian knife came from. We'll have to pay the Alabastian embassy a visit. Let's go, Miles Edgeworth. As you are my subordinate, I will not tolerate you bringing the investigation to a halt. Understood. Wow, casting is really good too. Anyway, we're gonna know who's the killer, who's the real killer next, in the next part. Anyway, gonna see you soon. Have a nice day.